Financial literacy is not just about understanding numbers. It's the golden key to the door of financial freedom. Imagine standing at the crossroads of your life, with one road leading to a life of constant struggle and the other to a life of financial stability and freedom. The compass that guides you in the right direction, that's financial literacy. You see, financial literacy is more than just knowing how to balance a checkbook or understanding the difference between a stock and a bond. It's about making informed and effective decisions about money management. It's about knowing how to navigate the financial landscape to ensure that your money works for you, not the other way around. Think of it like this. You wouldn't set sail on a ship without a map, right? Well, financial literacy is your map in the vast ocean of finance. Without it, you're likely to find yourself adrift, at the mercy of the currents and the winds. But with financial literacy, you're the captain of your own ship. You can chart your course, avoid the storms, and reach the shores of financial freedom. It's the difference between being tossed around by the waves of economic downturns and surfing those waves to even greater prosperity. Financial literacy impacts every aspect of life. It influences the career choices we make, the lifestyle decisions we take, and the futures we build for ourselves and our families. It's the difference between living paycheck to paycheck and building a fortune that lasts. Without financial literacy, we risk falling into the trap of financial struggles. We become slaves to money, working tirelessly just to make ends meet. But with financial literacy, we can break free from these chains. We can take control of our finances, make money work for us, and achieve financial freedom. This isn't just about being rich or poor. It's about understanding how money works and using that knowledge to create a life of abundance and prosperity. It's about being the master of money, not its slave. Being financially literate can be the difference between living paycheck to paycheck and achieving financial freedom. Be the master of money, not its slave. Today we dive into the world of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, a book that has transformed millions of lives across the globe. Penned by the renowned author Robert Kiyosaki, this masterpiece has been a beacon of financial enlightenment for the masses. But what makes this book so special? Well, it's all about breaking down complex financial concepts into relatable, everyday scenarios. Robert Kiyosaki takes us through his childhood, introducing us to two influential figures in his life. His very own father, the poor dad, and his best friend's father, the rich dad. These two men had starkly different views on money, success, and life, which forms the crux of this engaging read. The poor dad, a well-educated man with a steady job, believed in the traditional route to success, going to school, getting a good job, and saving for retirement. He valued job security and frowned upon risks. On the other hand, the rich dad, a business tycoon with little formal education, preached a different philosophy. He was a risk-taker, an entrepreneur who believed in financial education and creating assets. He saw opportunities where others saw risks. The contrasting philosophies of these two men provide a fascinating exploration of our beliefs about money, wealth, and success. They challenge us to question our own attitudes and preconceived notions about financial stability and prosperity. This book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, is more than just a tale of two dads. It's a journey into the world of financial literacy. It's about understanding the power of money, the importance of financial education, and the role of our mindset in achieving financial independence. It's a manual that encourages us to step out of our comfort zones and challenges us to rethink our financial strategies. In the battle of financial philosophies, who do you think wins? The rich dad or the poor dad? Let's explore. The poor dad believed in the traditional path: get a good education, find a stable job, and save for retirement. This philosophy, deeply ingrained in society, mirrors the mindset of many who think that security comes from a well-paying job and a pension waiting at the end of the road. The poor dad mentality reinforces the idea that a good education is the ticket to financial stability. It's the belief that by studying hard, getting into a prestigious university, and landing a job at a reputable company, you're setting yourself up for a secure future. It's a linear path, one that's been walked by many before and will be walked by many to come. But is it the road to financial liberation? Let's ponder that for a moment. The idea of working for money, rather than having your money work for you, is a cornerstone of the poor dad philosophy. This mindset can lead to a cycle of financial insecurity and dependency. You become reliant on that monthly paycheck, and any disruption to it can lead to financial distress. It's like being on a hamster wheel, running tirelessly, but never truly advancing. The poor dad philosophy also promotes the notion of delayed gratification. Save now, enjoy later. It's the idea of putting away money for retirement, living frugally today in the hopes of a comfortable tomorrow. But what if tomorrow never comes? Or what if when it does, you're too old or too tired to enjoy the fruits of your labor? The poor dad mindset, while seemingly safe, often discourages risk-taking and entrepreneurship. It fosters a fear of stepping out of the comfort zone, of trying something new, of potentially failing. It's a philosophy that may bring a sense of security, but at what cost? The poor dad's philosophy may seem safe, but it often leads to a life of financial limitations. It's a life of playing it safe, of sticking to the beaten path, of settling for less. But remember, financial liberation requires courage, creativity, and a willingness to break away from the traditional path. The rich dad, on the other hand, preached financial education and entrepreneurship. The philosophy of the rich dad is about more than just making money. It's about understanding the mechanisms that drive wealth creation and harnessing them to achieve financial independence. Rich Dad's philosophy is one of abundance and opportunity. He does not view money as a finite resource, but as something that can be generated with knowledge, creativity, and initiative. He believes that financial literacy is not a luxury, but a necessity. Understanding the language of money, knowing how to make it work for you, is fundamental to his philosophy. Unlike the poor dad, the rich dad does not seek job security, but financial freedom. He taught that being an employee is not the only way to earn money. In fact, he believed that working for someone else will never make you truly wealthy. Instead, he advocated for entrepreneurship, for starting your own business and investing wisely. He argued that owning assets, not liabilities, is the key to wealth creation. The rich dad was not afraid of taking calculated risks. He knew that every investment comes with a degree of uncertainty. But he also understood that the greatest risk is not taking any risk at all. He taught that failure is not the opposite of success, but part of the journey towards it. The rich dad's philosophy is also about personal responsibility. He believed that you are the architect of your own financial destiny. You can't control the economy or the job market, but you can control your financial decisions. He encouraged self-reliance, not dependence on a paycheck. He also stressed the importance of giving back. He believed that wealth is not just about personal gain, but about the ability to contribute to society. He argued that the more you have, the more you can give. The rich dad's philosophy is not just about accumulating wealth, it's about achieving financial freedom. It's about breaking free from the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle and living on your own terms. It's about having the resources to pursue your passions, to provide for your loved ones, and to make a difference in the world. It's time to uncover the invaluable lessons from Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So, let's jump right into it. One of the key concepts that Rich Dad emphasized was the difference between assets and liabilities. In a nutshell, an asset is something that puts money in your pocket. A liability, on the other hand, is something that takes money out of your pocket. Simple, right? Well, you'd be surprised how many people get this wrong. They mistake liabilities for assets. They buy expensive cars, luxury houses, and fancy gadgets thinking these are assets. But in reality, these are liabilities that drain their wallets. What's the solution? Well, Rich Dad suggests investing in real assets. These could be stocks, bonds, real estate, or even starting a business. Now, this doesn't mean you shouldn't enjoy the finer things in life. It just means you should build your asset column first, and then let your assets buy your luxuries. That's smart money management. Next up, the importance of financial education. You see, school teaches us a lot of things, math, science, history, but one thing it often overlooks is financial education, and that's where Rich Dad steps in. He believes that understanding money, how to make it, how to manage it, and how to invest it is crucial. Because when you know how money works, you can make it work for you. So don't shy away from learning about finances. Read books, take courses, seek advice. Equip yourself with the knowledge to navigate the financial world. And lastly, the power of passive income. Now, this is a game changer. You see, most people trade their time for money. They work 9 to 5, and when they stop working, the money stops too. But Rich Dad suggests a different approach. He talks about building systems that can generate money even when you're not actively working. This could be rental income from real estate, dividends from stocks, or profits from a business. This is passive income. It's like having a money tree in your backyard that keeps bearing fruit, whether you're watching it or not. To sum up, Rich Dad teaches us to differentiate between assets and liabilities, underscores the importance of financial education, and highlights the power of passive income. But remember, these are not just lessons to read and forget. They are principles to live by. They are strategies to implement. Because the end goal isn't just to become rich, it's to attain financial freedom. It's to have the ability to live life on your own terms. These lessons from Rich Dad, Poor Dad are the stepping stones to financial freedom. Now that we've uncovered these financial gems, how do we apply them in our lives? The journey to financial freedom can begin right here, right now. It starts with a commitment, a pledge to yourself to take control of your financial destiny. And how do you do that? By investing in financial education. It's not about having a fancy degree or being a Wall Street whiz. It's about understanding money, knowing how it works, and learning how to make it work for you. Think of money as a tool. Just like a carpenter with a hammer and nails, you need to know how to handle your money to build your wealth. Read books, attend seminars, listen to podcasts, seek mentorship, soak in as much knowledge as you can, and never stop learning. Next, let's talk about assets. No, I'm not talking about your car or your designer shoes. In the world of finance, assets are things that put money into your pocket. It might be a rental property, a side business, a stock portfolio, or even a patent. The key is to build and acquire assets that generate passive income. Remember, your goal is to have your money work for you, not the other way around. Lastly, consider developing multiple income streams. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Diversify. Maybe you have a day job, that's great, but what else? Can you start a blog, write a book, or sell handmade crafts? The more income streams you have, the more financially secure you'll be. And yes, it's going to be tough. There'll be days when you'll want to throw in the towel. But remember, every millionaire, every billionaire started with a single step. They took risks, they made mistakes, they learned, and they kept going. Don't let the fear of failure hold you back. Embrace it, learn from it, grow from it, because on the other side of that fear is the financial freedom you've been dreaming of. Remember, the journey to financial freedom starts with a single step. Take that step today. Financial freedom is not a destination, it's a journey. A journey that begins with a single step. A journey that requires patience, consistency, and a hunger for continuous learning. It's a trek that might seem overwhelming at first, but let me tell you, every step forward, no matter how small, is a leap towards your ultimate goal. The journey to financial freedom is like climbing a mountain. It starts off easy, but as you go higher, the air gets thinner, the path gets steeper. But isn't the view from the top worth all the effort? It's the same with financial freedom. The initial steps are easy. Save more than you spend, invest wisely, and let your money work for you. But as you proceed, you'll face challenges. You might stumble upon a bad investment, lose money, or even face a financial crisis. But remember, it's all part of the journey. It's these bumps along the way that teach you valuable lessons, that make you smarter, stronger, and better equipped for the journey ahead. Patience is your friend in this journey. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will your financial empire. It takes time to build wealth, to see the fruits of your investments. But the wait is worth it. The joy of seeing your hard-earned money grow, of achieving your financial goals, is incomparable. Consistency is another key factor. It's not about making a big investment once and then forgetting about it. It's about consistently saving, consistently investing, consistently learning. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And lastly, the journey to financial freedom is a journey of continuous learning. The financial world is dynamic. It's constantly evolving. What worked yesterday might not work today. So keep learning, keep evolving, keep adapting. So, are you ready to start your journey, to take that first step towards financial freedom? Remember, it's not just about the money, it's about the freedom, the peace of mind that comes with it. Embark on your journey to financial freedom. Remember, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Happy investing.